Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Tuesday. It is the 23rd day of November 2021. 2 days before the holiday. I hope you're all healthy and COVID-free today. Please be careful as Thanksgiving holiday is one of the worst holidays in terms of travel, in terms of highway accidents. Please don't drink and drive. Please be careful. I always try if I'm going somewhere, which I don't try to travel too much on Thanksgiving. If I'm going somewhere, I try to leave early, both going and coming back to avoid traffic. If you could do that, I would suggest you do. I hope you're healthy and COVID-free today and your family is also healthy and COVID-free and that the needs of your family in terms of food, shelter, and clothing are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field every day, every holiday, trying to save lives, and those that pick up garbage for us to keep our streets and sidewalks clean. Blessings also upon those that make deliveries for us, that do things for our convenience. Double blessings on those trying to help deliver rescue boys and girls, men and women, children from human trafficking and sex slavery that's going on all over the United States and the world. Blessings of those trying to deliver them from prostitution, child pornography, child molestation, and pedophilia, and curses upon those that perpetrate these evil crimes. Finally, blessings upon the homeless. 600,000 people, men, women, and children today, even during this holiday week, they don't have a roof over their head. And millions around the world in the same condition. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom, and I pray that this season they would get their needs met as well. So, there's going to be a basketball game tonight. Our New York Knicks are going to again be on national television against the Los Angeles Lakers tonight at 7:30 on TNT. Now, tonight is going to be an interesting game on for many levels. For the Lakers, LeBron James, as I mentioned to you Sunday, will not be playing. He's only been suspended one game. It should have been longer than that, but anyway, he's suspended for tonight's game against the Knicks, so he's not playing. For the Knicks, Taj Gibson is day to day, but he probably won't play with a groin strain. It's a good time for him and for everybody on the Knicks, I think, to rest for Friday's game against Phoenix. So this gives them, basically, Taj did not play Sunday. So I don't think he played against Houston on Saturday night. So he can have almost a full week to recover, which will be good for him. Mitchell Robinson's still under this concussion protocol. And also, interestingly enough, DRose is listed as questionable because of an ankle. Now, we all kind of saw that he wasn't himself. He didn't have the same pop in his explosiveness that he normally has, and he was missing some cheap chippies that he would normally make. Well, now we know why. He's been playing on a hurt ankle. So I'm kind of hoping he sits tonight. Again, he could use the rest. He would have had Monday through Thursday to rest the ankle and be back against Phoenix. I think it's Phoenix we play next on Friday. And so that will give him a rest. Also, if DRose does decide to sit today, we may see increased minutes for either Quentin Grimes or Deuce McBride, which is a good thing. I'm not saying we don't need DRose. We do, but I do want to see Quentin Grimes and Deuce McBride get some serious minutes. I think it will help the Knicks win the basketball game, and that's the bottom line, isn't it? So that's one area. Also, historically speaking, now Julius Randle and Anthony Davis both went to the University of Kentucky, right? Both under Coach Calipari. And when they go head to head, it's like, it's a Kentucky thing because it's a battle. Julius plays very well against him. He doesn't dominate Julius like he does other players. He's day to day also. I don't know what his ailment is now, but Anthony Davis always has an ailment of some kind. I mean, if you look at it I think over the last 10 years, he has played 580 games, which means that he averages about 58 games per season, which means he misses about 24 games a year. And that's pretty typical of him. He's very injury prone. Now, that's what you call injury prone. Okay, he misses 24 games a year over 10 years. And he's day to day now. Okay, so I don't know if he's going to play or not, but if he does, I'm not worried about him because I believe he'll be neutralized by Julius, and Julius going to be up for the game. Secondly, aside from that, Carmelo Anthony makes his return to Madison Square Garden in the Lakers uniform, so that's going to be good for Carmelo. Sort of like with DRose when we went to Chicago on Sunday, how they gave him a standing ovation when he came in. I think Melo would probably get a similar ovation from the New York crowd at the Garden tonight when he's introduced. He'll probably be coming off the bench. Taylor Horton Tucker is a Knick killer. Since his rookie year, he's always gave us problems, and he's going to be playing tonight. So that's something we have to watch out for. But overall, I'm very confident in a Knick victory today. The Lakers have had some bad losses. I believe they're overrated. And I believe the Knicks, even though Sunday we lost to Chicago, I'm positive about what happened Sunday because I saw Julius play the right way. And I'm hoping he doesn't take this thing with Anthony Davis and get out of his game. I don't think he will. And I'm hoping that Tom, over the last couple of days, has at least instilled some improvements. But I liked what I saw from Julius on Sunday. A lot of people got hyped, and somebody was talking about I failed to mention the third quarter about with Kemba and Julius operating. I'm not making a big deal out of that because if you actually look at the third quarter, yes, Kemba was scoring in the third quarter. But Chicago started making a run and closing the lead during that same third quarter, and that's when Coach Tibbs took him out. So it looks like he was positive in the third quarter, but if he stayed in a few more minutes, we'd have lost the lead anyway. Okay? So I'm not hyped on the third quarter with Kemba. I'm not hyped that him and Julius played a two-man game. I am concerned with the defense. I hope Kemba works out. Like I said, I'm going to trust Tibbs on this one because he knows more than me. But I don't know. So I'm hoping that we can get a Grimes or a Deuce McBride sighting today. Because if DRose cannot go, probably IQ will step into that role, backing up Kemba. And then that means, Burks will still be behind Evan Fournier, but you're going to need somebody to step in Rose's spot on the second unit. And my vote obviously is for Grimes or Deuce McBride. I don't care which one. I want to see either of them get some minutes today in the second unit if DRose can't go. So that's what I'm looking for today. And even with DRose out, if one of them cats come in, if Grimes or McBride come in, we're still going to see some serious business in Mob Deep. They're not going to lose a step today. And to me, if they do get an opportunity to play and they show out at the Garden tonight, hopefully Tibbs doesn't put them back in the wrapper in the doghouse and let them sit on the bench rotting. And hopefully if they show out, they can get some minutes because, as we know, our boy Fournier been playing like crap. Now, for it's only 17 games. This will be our 18th game. And okay, we got to give him time to gel. But I want to tell you, I was looking at the stats yesterday. Over the last 10 games, okay? Both Fournier and Kemba are averaging 9 points a game over the last 10 games. Both of them. 9. Okay, we did not bring them here to score 9 points a game. Fournier was barking on the bench because Saturday night he had a good game against Houston. Then all of a sudden he's 1 for 7 Sunday against Chicago. If we go to the playoffs, we're not going to be playing Houston. And so they're both 9 points a game. Kemba's shooting 25% from 3. Fournier, he's better. He's shooting 26% from 3 over the last 10 games. Okay. Of course, both of them are minus in the plus minus. So we're not getting nothing from these two guys right now. Again, I'm going to trust Thibodeau on this, but as I mentioned to you Sunday, I'm concerned because if you sit Fournier, and I don't care who you sit him for, if you put AB in there, you put IQ in there, you put one of the two rookies in there, you're going to get better production than you're getting from Fournier. But you sit him, and he's going to start chirping, and then that's going to add problems to our locker room, which we don't need. The Knicks have a solid locker room. I mean, everybody pulls for each other in that Knicks team. They've been doing it since Tibbs got here. And even before Tibbs got here, the team got along very well. But when Tibbs got here, they just continued when they added a couple of vets to the team. Everybody pulling for each other, pulling for the team. That's what this is about. So that chirping he did on Saturday night, I was not happy about that. And I tell you what, I'd rather get rid of a guy that's going to whine. I'm not having the whining, but and that's going to mess up the whole, the whole flow in the locker room. And some of y'all say, well, I can understand because Tibbs doing this. No, man, forget that. You play both of them. So Kemba's averaging over the last 10 games, 22 minutes a game. And Fournier's averaging 25 minutes a game. Now, let me ask you all a question in Knick Nation. What do you think Obi Toppin would do for 25 minutes a game? What kind of production would you get from him in 25 minutes? I tell you what, it'd be more than 9 points a game. What about if Quentin Grimes played 25 minutes a game, 22 minutes a game even? What would you get from him? I tell you what, better than 26% from three. Better defense. Deuce McBride too. Okay, so they getting enough time to show if they could do something. And, we're getting close to that Saturday will be our 20th game. Yeah, today our 18th game. Friday is our 19th game. Saturday will be let me just look at the schedule to make sure I'm not telling you a lie. But yeah, I believe Saturday is our 20th game. Let me see here. I'll tell you right now. I believe it is. Yeah, they play Phoenix at home on Friday. That's the 19th game. And we go to the ATL on Saturday night to play the Hawks. That's 20 games right there. So let's give them 25. Then you got Brooklyn at Brooklyn, which is really a home game for us. Then you got Chicago at home. Again, we get to play them. Denver comes into town after that. San Antonio, we're going to play in San Antonio, then at Indiana, then at Toronto. This is murderer's row right here. And so I believe the Knicks will rise to the occasion against these teams because they generally play to the competition. But we can't be having these cats coming in with 9 points a game and 20-something% shooting from three. And somebody said, well, they're not spot-up shooters. No, you're wrong. They're both spot-up shooters. They're supposed to be. Orlando, Fournier's spot-up shooter. As well, he can go to the hole. Kemba always been a dude that can hit the three, especially in a big game. So I'm not having, we're getting closer. I'm saying I'm not having it. All right. So now you're getting ready to see what, we're trying to get them acclimated. It's a long season. I got it. But, that's why I'm saying I'm hoping DRose rests tonight because I want to get a Grimes sighting or a Deuce McBride sighting because I believe either of those cats, if they step into the rotation, we are improved right away. See, I don't care about whose name is on the jersey. I'm looking at how many W's and L's we get. You understand? I support everybody who's wearing a Knicks jersey now. But we can't be having no half-stepping. We can't have it. And I know Tibbs not going to have it. But, and y'all like to, micromanage Tibbs as if y'all know how to coach. Y'all don't know what the hell you're talking about. This guy's been a coach for more than 20 years in the NBA. Have some respect on this boy's name. Every coach we always get a group of haters for that coach. Anyway. So, this being the case, they gave Tibbs this recipe. So he has Kemba, and if you give Tibbs a veteran, he's going to play the veteran. That's him. But Tibbs don't like to lose. Especially if he don't have to. So I'm sort of leaning toward a change. Again, I'm telling you, a change is going to come. Some of you say he's too stubborn. You're stupid. Let me not say that, but come on, man. This guy wants to win. Yeah, he stuck with Elfrid Payton last year. Y'all need to remember why he stuck with Elfrid Payton last year. We were the number one defense in the NBA. That's why. Okay? That's his thing. He was figuring Payton would figure it out offensively. Obviously, he never did, which is why DRose came right away. He was pushing to get DRose from Detroit. It wasn't like no accident. DRose wanted to come and Tibbs wanted him. Tibbs was calling, DRose, my man, come over. And DRose came. Detroit said, okay. But he wasn't going to replace Alfred Payton on the number one defense in the NBA. We're not the number one defense in the NBA right now. One of the worst defenses in the NBA right now. We're getting better, but no. So I want to see what happens, and I know he wants to see what happens. So 20 games is Saturday, and then 25 games is after a rough road trip we getting ready to deal with. So we're going to see what happens. But I'm telling you, change it. Unless there's a difference. See, this is the thing. Yeah, okay, Kemba can go pick and roll with Julius Randle and score. But what does that make that difference if within a few minutes he's going to give up whatever he scored on the defensive end? And what Evan Fournier doing besides taking the space out there? Okay, I mean, let's be real. So I trust Thibodeau. I'm gonna just ride with whatever he does, you know. But like I said, we're getting to the point, 20, 25 games where we should know what's going on by now. I mean, by then, right? We're getting close to that. And at this point right here in game 18, we should start to see, you know, if this is going to click or not. It may not be completely there, but we should start to see if it's going to click. And to me, the sign is this. We should not come out of the first quarter with a deficit. Because every time with this first unit, I think just about every time we come out with a deficit. Okay? And then if you keep them in too long in the third quarter, you come in with a deficit. If that continues, there's got to be a change. Period. Okay? You can't keep doing that. You can't expect the second unit to save you every night. They shouldn't have to. Okay? You should have a first unit that could at least keep it competitive. So, tonight we play the Lakers. Carmelo's coming to town. Taylor Horton-Tucker. What's his name? Horton-Tucker. He's going to be in the lineup. Let's see who they starters are. Let's see here. You're going to have Westbrook, Bradley. LeBron's not playing. Taylor Horton-Tucker is going to be starting. Anthony Davis maybe. And then behind DeAndre Jordan. Okay. So Mitch Rob's not going to be there. Taj not going to be there. But you're going to have Nerlens Noel, another Kentucky dude. So. And so we may, and then a good thing is we may have to go small ball. Hopefully we can get Obi more than 13 minutes tonight. Avery Bradley's a good defender. They got Malik Monk coming off the bench. He's a shooter, and he also has it in for New York. Because if you remember, I was never so embarrassed for a player, man. On draft night when Malik Monk was drafted, he was so sure he was coming for the Knicks that he opened up his suit that he had on. He had orange and blue because he was thinking he was going to be drafted by the Knicks. He was almost positive he was going to be drafted by the Knicks. I think that was the year that they took Kevin Knox. He was drafted in 2017. Yeah, I think that was the year they took Kevin Knox. But he was very sure he was coming to New York. And ever since then, when he plays against us, he gets that added oomph. And so you got to watch a cat like that because it's in the Garden and you know he's going to want to throw up some threes and he's capable of going off like that. So you got to watch him. Russell Westbrook, triple-double machine. We know that. But this makes it very important for us to guard the paint because he cannot shoot. Okay. I mean, he's not, we talked about DeMar DeRozan not being a 3-point shooter and he hit 2 for 2 the other day, but he's improved overall since he was in San Antonio. He improved his 3-point shooting. Russell Westbrook still can't shoot. Okay. But he can get to the basket. So we have to guard the paint against him. And so again, we're going to see what happens. I am not confident in Fournier and Kemba's ability to keep Westbrook out the paint. I have a feeling that hopefully the refs don't try to control the game by giving Lakers, fouls on Noel when he didn't make foul, but they got to do that same strategy. They're going to have to double him when he gets close to the paint with Noel and then have Noel come back on DeAndre Jordan and have some good rotations tonight. They do that, we should be in good shape. I'm very confident tonight, though. I'm feeling good about a Knicks win tonight. So, so that's what we're doing. 7:30 at the Garden, TNT. Some of y'all go and enjoy the game. We'll be watching it from the TV, but enjoy yourselves. Be safe out there. A lot of craziness going on. Pray for them people in Wisconsin that got mowed down by that nutcase yesterday or the other day in that car. Dang, I think they said 45 people injured, at least 5 dead, including children. It was terrible, man. And then, it gets crazy this season, man. So anyway, be safe out there. Be safe out there. Watch your back always. This is the type of world we're living in. Shalom.